Hello, friends from Dosis de Cultura. Today, you'll have to show how much you learned in school with these 100 high school questions. We'll cover all kinds of topics, so get ready to put your knowledge to the test. Ready? Let's get started. What is the basic unit of life? The cell. If a car travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours, what is its average speed? "60 kilometers per hour." What gas do plants need for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide. Who is the author of the Odyssey? Homer. What is 12 times 8? "96. Which continent has the most countries? Africa. Who wrote Don Quixote de la Mancha? Miguel de Cervantes. Which planet is known as the Red Planet? Mars. Which river runs through Egypt? The Nile. How many sides does a hexagon have? 6. In what year did Christopher Columbus arrive in America? In 1492. Which part of the human body pumps blood? The heart. Which gas do humans breathe to live? Oxygen. What is 9 squared? "81. What process changes liquid water to vapor without boiling? Evaporation. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? William Shakespeare. Which organ directs and coordinates all the functions of the human body? The brain. What is the process called in which a caterpillar turns into a butterfly? Metamorphosis. What is a noun? The name of something or someone. What decimal equals 3/4? 0.75. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Leonardo da Vinci. What is the largest continent in the world? Asia. What force keeps us on the ground? Gravity. Which element has the chemical symbol K? Potassium. What is the name of the set of bones in the human body? The skeleton. Which particle determines an element's atomic number? The proton. Which organ produces insulin? The pancreas. What is the pH of a basic solution? Greater than 7. What kind of word is quickly? An adverb. How many planets are in the solar system? Eight. Which cellular organelle packages and modifies proteins? The Golgi apparatus. How many degrees are in a triangle? 180 degrees. What coordinates correspond to the equator? Zero degrees latitude. Which country with 4 nations has English as its official language? The United Kingdom. What does biology study? Living beings. In what year did the Western Roman Empire fall? In 476 AD. What was feudalism? A medieval political system. Which is the largest planet in the solar system? Jupiter. Which layer of Earth consists of solid rock? The crust. Who was the first man to set foot on the moon? Neil Armstrong. What's 45 divided by 9? 5. What is the term for a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more substances? A solution. What event marked the beginning of the First World War? The assassination of Franz Ferdinand. What is a metaphor? An implied comparison. What is 3 to the 3rd power? (27). Which country has the Great Wall? China. What is the shape of planetary orbits? Elliptical. What is the world's largest ocean? The Pacific Ocean. Who wrote 100 Years of Solitude? Gabriel Garcia Marquez. What phenomenon explains the decomposition of white light in a prism? Refraction. What is the chemical symbol for gold? IU. What is the probability of getting heads when flipping a coin? One half. Which pre-Columbian culture built Machu Picchu? The Inca culture. What is an adjective? A quality. Which organ digests food? The stomach. Which scientist formulated the theory of relativity? Albert Einstein. What is water's chemical symbol? H2O. In which stage of the cell cycle is DNA replicated? The S phase. Which theory states the universe began with a massive explosion? The Big Bang. What type of text tries to convince the reader? Argumentative. Which artistic movement was founded by Pablo Picasso? Cubism. Which unit measures electric power? The watt. Which country is known as the birthplace of democracy? Greece. What is the cube root of 64? Four. Which scientist proposed the 3 laws of genetic inheritance? Gregor Mendel. What country borders the United States to the south? Mexico. What is sulfuric acid's chemical formula? SO4. What invention sparked the Industrial Revolution? The steam engine. What is the official language of Brazil? Portuguese. Which part of the sentence indicates action? The verb. Which element has the symbol Na? Sodium. What is the result of 5 plus 3 squared? (64). If you move a number from one side of an equation to the other, what should you do? Change its sign. What civilization built the pyramids of Giza? The Egyptian civilization. What type of mixture forms when you mix salt and water? A homogeneous solution. Which organ is responsible for filtering the blood? The kidney. Which country has Berlin as its capital? Germany. Which country is divided from the European continent by the English Channel? The United Kingdom. Who proposed the law of gravity? Isaac Newton. What would not exist if Earth's axis wasn't tilted? The seasons of the year. What is the lightest metal? Lithium. Which European cultural movement marked the transition from the Middle Ages to the modern age, highlighting art, science, and humanism? The Renaissance. What is the most abundant element in the universe? Hydrogen. What is the name given to the group of words that form a complete idea? A sentence. Which organ produces bile? The liver. If the price of a product increases by 25% and it used to cost $80, what is the new price? $100. Who wrote The Little Prince? Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. If a book has 120 pages and you read a quarter of it, how many pages did you read? 30. If a stone and a leaf are dropped from the same height in a vacuum, which will fall first? They fall at the same time. What process turns water into ice? Freezing. What chemical element has the symbol Fe? Iron. What instrument measures atmospheric pressure? The barometer. Which molecules make up DNA? The nucleotides. What is Einstein's energy equation? E equals mc squared. What is the process where a substance changes from solid to gas without becoming liquid? Sublimation. If the Earth's rotation speeds up, what would happen to the length of the day? It would be shorter. Which century ended in the year 2000? The 20th century. If a person puts a finger over a lit candle, what kind of energy do they feel? Thermal energy. What planet in the solar system has the largest number of moons? Saturn currently has 274 moons. What geometric shape has equal sides and angles? The square. Did you want more? Click on any of the videos you see on the screen. And keep learning with Dosis de Cultura.